I'm talking about we stole the show.
And you still talk to them?
Some of them, not a whole lot. Like I actually.
Well, the one that you've last talked to, have y'all recently, reminisced on that story?
I have.
Or has it been years?
It's like the people that were in the group with me.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken with those, and so this is what happened. So after all of that buzz happened, and people were like kind of feeling us and this and that, like somebody noticed us, and who had the industry connections, and he was like, "Yo, I want to manage y'all."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Cool." So when I bring it to the team, like, "Yo, we got our break, we got an opportunity to do this."
Yeah.
They ended up, "Oh, we just doing this for fun."
Who was that, Epidemic? Like the group?
My group. They was like, we ain't trying to do all that. We just want to do this for fun. Like this, I was like, wait, what?
So you got like overhyped type of deal.
But for me, like this was like a part of what I felt that I was supposed to do, like my dream.
Like that's what you really wanted.
Like that's what I really desired. Yeah. So when that happened, it kind of, it kind of hurt me a little bit. Like what? Like no. So when I went back to my guy that wanted to manage us, he was like, well, why don't you do it by yourself? And I had never thought to do a whole album by myself. I felt like that would just take forever.
Yeah.
But I made attempts and stuff and, made songs and went to the studio. But it was just so different when you used to having the energy with your people with you in the studio. Yeah. And now it's just you alone. Like, mad respect to anybody that's doing it alone out there. It's real. I feel it. But that group vibe, man, is just, that energy is just immense. That's why so many artists have people on stage with them, because you vibe with one another. It's a sense of comfort. But, life went on, and, I got with other groups and made songs, and got with other groups and made songs. And, but that's interesting because it makes me think, I know this is Dono's world, but, I'm big bro, so I get asked questions too. Like, where did music become like an influence to you? Like, how did you get started?
Man, in the early 90s, I got an older brother. And, just getting picked up from school mainly. Like, I don't know, just bopping to all the just anything you played, I don't know, it was just the vibe. Just having an older brother, like, that was just the vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your music just came with that. Like, at the time, I didn't pay attention too deep to the music. Like, as deep as I would now, obviously. Right. But it was more so, like, this is what my brother like. And this is what goes hard. And, like, in my head, that's what I stood by. And then you would freestyle every now and then. You'd be like, what you got? And I would be like, blah, 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 blah. I'm just rapping it. Like, okay. Then, a couple years flow by, and I do it again. And I'm slick, not, like, cold. But I'm like, hey, you really trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward, 2 decades later, and I found that COVID-19 beat, man, and that America beat. When I found them, I was like, bro, I gotta write this. I ever wrote Sin City on my back, and that was like, 2017, I think 2016, something like that. I wrote that in 2015. I wrote that the first year I moved here. Shout out Desiree, because I wrote that at your house, actually. But, man.
What up, Desiree? Yeah.
But, man, dude, when I first started recording, I think the first time I was in a legit studio, I want to say I was like 21. I was like 2021. My boy Garrison. Hey, shout out Garrison and Trap. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. But first time I recorded was with them. We did a song. We went by a little group called DTG. We did a song called Cashing Out.
This is Superman, that shit lethal. That shit lethal. I'm on another level. Y'all ain't equal. Y'all ain't equal. We so high in the sky, bitch. We can't see you. We can't see you. Snitch ass niggas fucking with them people. And we running this game and we ain't cashing out.
And like back in the day, like what was hype was weed and shit. Wiz Khalifa was just starting to get his buzz and everything was about smoke and everything was just smoking this, smoking that, right? Not to get into all that, but it was just more so we made a song. It was off that, I can't think of that guy's name. It was off that Cashing Out beat, but we made a song on that, and it actually got 1,000-something plays on YouTube, and I was kind of mind blown. I was like, people are really fooling with this. You know what I'm saying? My boy was giving me a little more energy off it. He's like, let's make more. So we made a couple more songs, and we went and recorded. Shout out Daphne. It was just a little Daphne vibe we had. It was, And then I kind of just slowed down a little bit, but like my boy Lito, my boy LB, shout out LB. He used to come to Pop's house back in the day with his laptop. He used to come to Pop's house at the either at the church or it was at the school or at the football practice, whatever it was. He'd come by time to time and bring his laptop, have a little set of headphones like 03, 04 or something. It was 05 or something, just a while ago. And he was like, "Hey man, write a verse to this beat." And then he played the beat and I listened to it. And I'm just writing. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no care in the world. I'm just writing away. I got pages and pages of just mess. I'm just, you know, I ain't even got nothing to talk about.
Man, started rapping in Milwaukee, then I took it south. As a kid, I ain't had nothing to talk about. Maybe Fresh Prince of Keenan and Kel. I watched it on my TV so many times, I really got burnt out.
I can just make stuff, you know, I can rhyme and make a scheme out of something, you know what I'm saying? So me and Lee was really the one helping me give me a little energy on the rapping tip though, because that's where I really started, I ain't gonna say taking it serious, but like taking it serious in the back of my head, saying like, if I was to do this, I really know I still got it. And that's what brought me back to 2018, you know what I'm saying, 2019 when we got up with Carpenter. Shout out Tony Carpenter. Well,
T-Carp.
But when we got up with Tony, man, and I was like, bro, I can sing. I got the city on my back. And I was like, okay, I can't sing. And you looked at me, he's like, yeah, shit, I can't either.
Yeah.
He can sing.
I got the city on my back, and I'm just grinding. I'ma keep on shining. Spirit of discernment, the pages keep on turning.
So we threw him on the mix, and I already had my verse and stuff written out. You had your verse written out. We had the whole thing skipped. But I was like, bro, Los, you might need to go first, because the way you come in.
But remember though, you and him did the song first before me, and then that's when
I brought you in. I brought you in.
And then he was like, "Hey man, I know you don't know this, but my brother rap too."
Yeah.
And he was like, "What? Where he do?"
Yeah, he's like, Los, you rap?
Down to Tennessee, didn't think it was the place for me until I came to visit 3 local universities. But what I got to witness, the rest was really history. The best part of it all is that they all part of it.
And you know, like, but what's so interesting about that? And I ain't gonna cut you off long, but I just want to say something real quick. What's so interesting about that story is that that's when I had to learn to redust myself off and go through that whole process again of rap.
Like I said, Desiree. Shout out Desiree again. You pushed me. Just so you know, you pushed me. Because like when I was at your house, you had the setup for me. I just didn't apply myself because mentally I wasn't there and wanted to really pursue rapping, so to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I had it, but like I was younger. I just wanted to do other things. I just wasn't really studying. And as I got a little older, I was like, you know what? I'm not bad at this. I feel like if I really push this and actually get a scheme towards this, an economical scheme, we can really eat off of this. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man. So after we made America and COVID, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, we got some dope stuff.
So let me ask you something. So if you was to actually look back at every song that you've made from that starting point, from City on My Back, my question to you is, why not put out an album? Why not put out a mixtape? Why not, you know?
I mean, I'm finally, you know what I'm saying, I'm finally getting my equipment together. It's kind of like one of them crawl before you walk ordeals. Like I was so down to do it, but I wasn't ready, and I didn't want to force something I wasn't ready for, you know what I'm saying? But like nowadays that we ready, we got everything going. I'm starting to learn the software that we use, and I'm starting to play with it a little more, learn a little more. I got more equipment to actually, you know what I'm saying, actually try to get ourselves out there. I'm ready to actually work, you know what I'm saying? And that's the motivation I really need. I mean, like, because dude, we got so many songs, man. It's just a matter of like, but like I said, like, I post snippets to see who's really fooling with us. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm just really trying to, it's kind of like it's like a test just to see what everybody's mindset is towards our music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not feeling the vibes on that, then I'll probably slow my roll a little bit and work harder toward it. But if I see it's popping like that, then maybe we might try to apply a little effort to get it out there.
So going back and looking at the shorts and just kind of seeing the vibe and the energy you get, like what kind of analysis have you done with that? Like, have you taken it to the next level? You seen like certain songs that really popped, and then like what do you gather from that?
It's really more so it's just like quality. That's what it boils back down to, my equipment. Because all the songs that I've heard that I've done before was like not excellent quality song. Like at the time, that's all I had. So to me, it sounded excellent. I've seen I was like, okay, it's one song that got 1,000-something views or 600-something views. I'm like, wow, they fooling with it. But like you said, I've learned patience throughout this whole little system of rapping, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was the type of cat that was posting snippets day after day.
Oh, we
I didn't
remember.
care. But think about I was getting love though. That.
No,
but that's
what's
really
most important.
that's what really pushed me is that I was getting love off that. Cause if I wasn't getting love off of that, I probably would have I wouldn't say I would have stopped rapping because I'm not a quitter like that. No, but I would have really cut back and really been focused on what is not getting me the push I need.
So the big question, what's next? You got the feedback, you got the vibe, you got the equipment. What's next? What can we expect to hear from you?
I think it's gonna be a mixtape coming soon. I got a few March is kind of a busy month right now. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot going on. It's a personal business I need to take care of, but other than that, man, we still got songs in the vault ready to go. I just got to redo it, get everything lined up, mix and master once you get your part done, and then, honestly, we can go ahead and go for that push, because I know there's a lot of people that really fool with us waiting, and I don't mind.
So if you go back and look at our songs that we got, which one would you say is probably the hottest one ready to drop that's going to be that banger?
Probably
Just think, it's a good thing I've been moving quietly. It's the only way to be, cause I gotta stay out of the way and out the pocket, cause I really want my privacy. They only talk shit when you're not around. Don't you see the irony? But righteously, me and my team here, we done built a dynasty. Got plenty songs, yeah, we got varieties.
Or no, let's push those to get those out. Cause it's time for the album, man. It's time.
It's really,
cause look,
damn near.
let's be honest. We've made about 3 albums, but we've put none of them out.
Bro, I probably put an hour and a half worth of snippets out and probably got at least 400 hours worth of songs.
Full songs together, we probably got 3 albums.
Yeah.
I think we're working on a 3rd album right now. Do you think there'll ever be a moment or point in time where we actually release Kim's Kids? When we actually release Dynamic Duel?
To be honest with you, I think we graduated. It's nothing personal towards anything that we had before, but it's more so we didn't drop it, so it's time to move past it.
So what do you do with all that music? Because I say that. Okay.
You could just I wouldn't do it sporadically, but I would do it a mixtape. I think cats are fool with that. And if I'm starting to get energy off the tube, and I'm starting to see people fool with us, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put full effort for Apple and Spotify. But it's
so what's the next album? That's what the people want to know. Mixtapes is great. That's coming soon. Time to release that old stuff and let people hear it and enjoy it. Yeah. What's the next album? What's the focus? What's the direction?
Direction is, I'm thinking about a 12-track EP, something like that. Maybe, hopefully by the fall. Just to give myself a fair time. Hopefully by the fall, get everything lined up how we want it. Get it mixed and mastered correctly. Go ahead and load it to the BMI account for you cats that's listening. You gotta do it right. But get everything the way it is, because if it blow, you want to be able to get paid out. You don't want to be the one that's gonna sit there and be salty because somebody just stole your lyrics and took copyright on your shit and put it on their BMI. And now you sick. Which is, a 20-30 second snippet to me, I really don't care, because you don't have the whole beat. It's not gonna go to whatever you got. All you can do is really mix the words. You're probably not gonna be able to say exactly what I said on your shit. You know what I'm saying? So, well, all in all, man, it's just really 2022 is just the motivational year, man. This is our year. If we really, it's pressure, dog. That's all it is.
Well, I say that's what it is. We take that pressure, and you know what they say with pressure, heat, and time?
Yeah.
You form a diamond. It's time for us to shine. So, let's go ahead and do our thing, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop some shit. Man. Y'all leave some comments out there. Let us know what you think, man. Shout out Dono's World, episode 3. Appreciate y'all.
All right, now, peace out, family.
Call it perception, but make it just what you wanna be. Documenting these lessons, correcting it with authority. Everybody just chose a path narrative to their story. Some right and some wrong through negligence of the Ori. I'm stating my own path for those that choose to listen. Grew up an only child, which hard for you to vision. 2 brothers and 2 sisters. Yeah, we all siblings. The oldest, youngest, and middle. And all, I'm not kidding. I remember my